afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Faf du Plessis and Mark Boucher at the top table. Can I ask that we start with Faf, and then we're going to have questions for Boucher afterwards. Boucher will be embargoed strictly for 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Anyone want to start off with Faf? No money? Okay.
Faf, it's obviously been a long year. To finish it off on that note, there looks to be a lot of relief at the final wicket.
Yeah, spot on. It's been a tough season from the Test team. And it's been a while since our last victory, but this week we trained hard, and obviously there was a good feeling in the camp that, you know, we've done some really good stuff before the Test match, and we knew we needed to put in some performances to obviously get the thing running, get the engine running, and I thought just in all departments we were really good this Test match. England were good at stages as well, but the way that we, especially the last 2 days when the wicket did get a little bit flatter, the way the guys are skilled was just remarkable, consistent all the time. Yeah, so it's a good start, and that's what we needed. We needed a good start to get our confidence back as a Test team. So very happy to sit here after that first one.
How important was it to see Anrich step up? Because obviously he's had quite a tough start to his international career, especially in India, with Vern now saying that he's leaving.
Yeah, every seam bowler, I reckon, will find it tough when they go to India for the first time. It's not a place where seam bowlers generally start off well. You know, you need to have a lot of experience to understand the conditions. You know, someone like Dale Steyn was good in India, but also after a few tours going on the subcontinent, understanding the conditions. So now for them, this is completely different. You know, years, pace and bounce, which is something that he has. And the fact that which impressed me a lot, was his control. We know that he's got pace and bounce, but the control that he bowled with for large periods of his spell was very, very good, and that is very pleasing for us. You know, we need 1 or 2 bowlers to put the hands up. There's going to be a few spots opening up with Vern going away, so we need a fast bowling group that we can rely on. You know, because Test matches, you need your bowlers to win your Test matches.
For expediency, guys, one question each. Ken, Mark, and then we'll go around.
Obviously, it's difficult for the players to speak too much about the changes in South African cricket, especially before Test series. But how much do you feel that performance was like a vote of confidence from the players, that in a way you guys have got some belief back in the system, not only obviously in yourselves as players, but that you're a lot more comfortable with the sort of backup now from Cricket South Africa around it?
Well, I've had no issue talking about it. I mean, I've spoken a lot about it before this Test match. I can only speak from a personal point of view, and I've said that there is a lot more confidence in the structures going from the top. You know, obviously there was plans in place before, but right now I feel that there's better plans in place. We've got the right people in the right jobs. We've got the right people at the top of Cricket South Africa, which is really important. Leadership always comes from the top and filters down. So I feel like by starting that, set the tone for the way that we are playing right now. You have to put those things in place for the things underneath to work in your favour. So yes, that's a start for us as a team. As I said before, now you can trust the system a little bit more, and you can just focus on playing cricket.
Mark, Tim, and then Fidos.
You spoke before the Test about individual performances boosting the morale of the team. But this is not a test with too many individual performances. But is it, on reflection, perhaps a little bit sweeter that the collective was so good, and that in a way will boost the confidence even better? Yeah,
it's a good shot. I mean, I think as a team we don't have a lot of superstars. Obviously, you would say that guys like KG and Vern is superstars in their own right. But as a team, you take a lot more from victories where everyone contributes in their own way. You know, small things like Nortje getting 40 with a bat is even more pleasing, because those are the kind of things that really put a team down from a collective point of view. Our bowling unit was exceptional. All of them put their hand up to put in small contributions to make the bowling unit perform really well over the last 2 days. You know, I said in the post-match that I thought the last 2 days the wicket played at its best because of the sun not being there and the wicket not being dry. And it needed us to be really on top of our game. So collectively, I thought our bowlers was exceptional this game.
Tim.
Before the game, there was talk of a new series being created between England, Australia, and India, which is sort of the same old story in some ways. I wonder what what you thought about that, and if you felt you proved a point about the need for more than just the big three countries to be given a proper chance, basically.
Yeah, I mean, the last year or so, you can see what's going on in terms of the big three countries. There's a lot of movement going towards that. A lot more matches being played against the top three, or the big three, if you can call it that. So for us as a team, it's just making sure that we control our performances, playing the best cricket that we can be, so that we are a team that people want to play against. We want to be a strong South African Proteas team. We understand if we don't play to the best of our full potential, then why would teams want to make sure that they involve you in groups like that? I think in general, it's probably better if you include the more teams, the better, to grow the game as much as you can. There's a lot of smaller nations are not playing a lot of Test cricket. They're actually playing less cricket. So for me, it's about the general game. But for me and this team, if we're playing well, then those things will look after itself.
Firdous Pila Telford.
Faf, I just want to ask a little bit about team selection. I mean, it's not often you've been able to have two all-rounders in the 11, and we really saw what a difference it made to have that great Proteas in there. Just how do you see that going forward? Is that the kind of balance you want in your team?
Yeah, for a while we've been thinking that for us. It's just so much easier for me to control bowlers, to work with different bowlers if you do have an all-rounder in your side. Last year we played a little bit around with Vian Mulder at the time. So yes, it's definitely something moving forward that in South Africa is very important. A guy that can bowl you between 10 and 15 overs and can score runs. Obviously Dwayne domestically has batted the best out of all the all-rounders. He scored the most runs. His stats is there. It's there to prove that he's probably the best batting all-rounder. And this game, he was brilliant. The way that he controlled his 10 to 15 overs every innings, going at 1.5s and 2s, is exactly what we needed as a team. Normally in the past, even on a wicket that didn't spin, I had to go to Kesh, throw him the ball, and luckily enough, he's always produced. But on conditions like that, obviously it's a little bit more suited for seam bowlers. So as a team, we're much more balanced with something like that. So now it's about growing more all-rounders in the country. That's why Andy is also here, trying to improve his game, working with some really good batting coaches. As I said before, I feel his bowling is good enough to be a test player. And then batting, it's just about getting him to understand how to score runs. He's still very, very young. He hasn't played a lot of first-class cricket, and he'll get there. It's just about making sure you put some great minds around with him, and then he'll grow.
Pila, and then we wrap up with Telford. Start with Bouch.
Ideally, you want your top order to contribute the most in the first innings tally. You're pleased with how the lower order went, considering the fact that I think we scored 166 put together in both innings. Are you pleased with how the lower order contributed?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we as a top order need to score the bulk of the runs. So that's one thing we need to improve on, that if we take away from this test match. As I said, yesterday and today was probably the two best batting days for both teams. But the way that Quinny played in the first innings is why Quinny is such a good player. He's one of the very few players in the world that can come in and completely transfer the pressure back onto the other team. So we are very fortunate to have him in that position. 6 and 7 is where he's been so good for us for so long on this test team. But yes, a big thing that the coaching staff has worked on is making sure that our lower order contributes, not being scared of the pace, getting in good positions. Because a lot of the times test matches gets won and lost there, and this was a great example. The partnership between Anrich and Rassi was 90 odd runs, and we won by 100 runs. So keep making sure that we put in the hard work there. But yes, definitely the bulk of the runs need to come from the top 6.
Telford.
Well, in fact, Keshav's over before he just missed Ben Stokes. He got smacked for 3 4s, and I think maybe other captains with the game still in the balance might have been tempted to make a change. What allowed you to keep your confidence that he could get somebody like Stokes out?
Yeah, we at the back of the stumps had a lot of confidence in Kesh. We kept saying that we feel that in the second innings Kesh is going to get Ben Stokes out. He has got him out a few times, and obviously the way that Stokes plays is he's going to take the game on. and we just had a gut feeling that it was going to happen. So yeah, you got to stay true to that. You know, you can't measure that over by over. It's a feeling that you just got to try and stick with. But yes, it was a massive wicket for us at that stage. You know, scores like that, Stokes has proven that in the Ashes that if he's around, he can win the game on his own. So, you know, even though Kesh didn't bowl as much as he would have liked, the wickets that he got for us in the second innings was huge. But all bowlers just need to feel backed, and that's something we'll always try and keep to do.
I was going to ask the same question.
Great minds think alike.
Is there one? Yeah.
Boutjes Afrikaans.
Okay, first, can we start with tennis and then you can do your Afrikaans?
Should I ask in English?
Okay, you can ask in Afrikaans.
Faf, nadat Archer daai twee beamers gebou het, eerste onie ingekom het, daai 6 wat hy van hom af geslaan het en toe ook vandag toe Archer ingekom het en Andre het hom bietjie geteken met die posbal. Is dit 'n teken daai aggressie en die counterpunch? Is dit 'n teken van 'n nuwe tipe mentaliteit in hierdie span dat julle nie tree terug staan en julle kan hou van julle self en julle eie plan?
Ek sal nie sê in Afrikaans.
Asseblief.
Hey. Wat was dit?
Engels is
Ja man.
vooral.
Because I can't speak both at the same time.
Start with English and then do an Afrikaans also as well, please. So do your first one in English and then go.
I won't say it's a new thing. It's definitely a South African thing. As we are a team of fighters, but that definitely, you know, we love something to spark a little something like that, and that it did spark. Our feeling was that when he comes in, we'll do exactly the same to him. And then the question on the beam is, yeah, obviously we were pretty upset at the time, thinking that the umpires would take him off. Yeah, but we were prepared to go short at him as well to make sure that he gets the same. And Unrich was bowling so well that you would probably want the wicket more.
Afrikaans, please.
Same. That's okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Kristen,
so dan mag in English hoor jy.
Afrikaans.
Afrikaans, yes,
We
Afrikaans.
need to speed it up.
So ek het
Please.
het gevoel die verskil tussen wen en verloor was in die eerste beurt van al twee spanne, weet waar hulle was in die moeilikheid vroeg en julle het weggekom en so en hulle golfbeurt het heeltyd die druk opgesit en so. So jy saamstem dan nie, of wat dink jy was die verskil tussen?
Hulle het ons definitief they had us in a position of, is it Afrikaans nou?
Afrikaans.
Hulle het ons in 'n posisie gehad waar hulle moes minder lopies kry. Definitief as jy 'n span in daai posisie het op dag 1, dan wil jy hulle minder uit hê. Maar ek dink as die son geskyn het op die blad, dan sou die toets baie vinniger verbygegaan het. Die blad het op dag 2 al begin wys dat hy op en af gaan. Die rede daar 'n bietjie wolke in die lug was dit seker gemaak. Ek dink die toets het 'n bietjie langer aangegaan. Maar ja, toetskriket gaan baie oor jou eerste innings en hoeveel lopies jy op die bord sit. So dat ons seker gemaak het dat ons hulle uitgebal het met 'n lead van, ek dink was 105 lopies of so iets, is baie lopies op daai blad gewees op daai stadium. So ja, as hulle moes ons teen verby try vat en dan was hulle in 'n goeie posisie.
En ek het nog so vinnig hulle het albei gevra vir goeie blaaie. Voel jy hierdie was 'n goeie van daai goeie blaaie of wat?
Ek het het gevoel dit was 'n goeie blad, ja. Soos ek sê, ek dink hy kon dalk bietjie meer up and down gespeel het as dit warm en droog was, maar hierdie was 'n baie goeie toets. Dag 1 en 2 was die bowlers in hulle guns gewees en dag 3 en 4 was dit die batters gewees. Die rede hoekom ons vandag paaltjies gekry het is want ek voel ons was so goed gewees, so ons die loopie tempo beheer het, 2.6 vir die hele dag omtrent. Ons het gevoel ons is baie naby dat die paaltjies gaan kom. Ons moet net ander die harde werk doen en die nuwe bal het vir ons dit gebring.
Thank you very much. We're going to go with Boucher. A little bit more structured, please, guys.